So today we are on our very last video lesson ever. I decided to do something slightly different today, and I want you to pretend that this is fun and that we're in the classroom. If we were in school right now, I would have this music playing, I would have all the lights off, and I would have it set up kind of creepy because we are going to be trying to solve a little mystery. So I'm going to read to you what the scenario is, and then we are going to use scatter plots and trend lines and prediction equations to catch a criminal. Okay, so the paper says, today you will take on the role of a detective to solve a murder mystery. A footprint was left at the crime scene. Let me show you the footprint. So here's a footprint. It was left at the crime scene. Several suspects are in custody, and your job is to identify the guilty party. So here are our suspects. It says, using the data that's provided and the idea that there is a direct relationship between height and foot size, create a graph of the data and use it to help you solve the mystery. So we need to decide which of these four top suspects match up with that shoe print. So we need to use the assumption that there is a correlation between foot size and your height. So we're going to plot a bunch of data. We're going to find a trend line, which is going to act as our prediction equation. And then using that trend line, we will figure out which one of these four is our criminal. So here is the data. If we had been in school, I would have had each one of us measure our foot, measure our height, and we would have used our own data. But since we're not all in school today, we're going to use the data that was given to us by this project. So when it says foot size, it's talking about inches. So all of this is in inches. So I need to make this my x values, and I'm going to make the height my y values. So I'm going to plot foot size on the x-axis, and that is in inches. And I'm going to make height the y-axis, and that's also in inches. And now we need to figure out what's going to be the most appropriate scale. So for foot size, my lowest value is 3, my highest value is 11. I might just go ahead and count by ones. I think it's going to make it the easiest. So make sure you label all of it. I'm going to go all the way to the end. Okay, now for height, my lowest value is 29 and my highest one is 74. I think what I'm going to do, as long as it fits, I think there was 15 of them here, so I think what I'm going to do is count by fives. So we'll go 5, 10, 15, and I'm going to go all the way up to the top. It'll just barely make it for us. Perfect. Okay, we've got our title at the top, so we're ready to begin. We're going to plot each one of these data points, and hopefully it's going to give us a nice positive correlation that we can use to make our trend line. Let's start here. We have somebody that has a foot size of 5, and their height is 41 inches. So we're going to estimate that to be about right here. Okay, the next person has a shoe size of 11, and they are 74 inches tall. That's our tallest person and our biggest foot. All right, we've got two people that have a foot size of 6, but they have different heights. One of them is 44 inches, and the other one is 48 inches. Okay, now we've got somebody who has a foot size of 3, and their height is 29 inches. And another 6, so foot size of 6, and this person is 43 inches. Foot size of 9 is 62. That's close to my height. I'm 64 inches. Try to figure out where you guys would fit in this thing. And foot size of 10 is 66 inches, 5'6". Okay, so we have all of our data plotted. So I can definitely see that there is a positive correlation here. So what I want to do is draw in a trend line. Just do the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna go right here. All right. So now that I have my trend line, I need to try to find the slope, right? It says draw the line, and then to write the equation, we need the slope and the intercept, so I can put it in mx plus b form. I'm gonna start with the slope. So I need to pick a couple of points that I think accurately represent my line. My mystery music is getting pretty loud there. Let me turn down my music because it's getting scary. Just pretend you're in the classroom and it's dark and scary right now. All right, so let's pick a couple of points that help us accurately represent the line. I think it's going through this one pretty good, so I'm gonna use that as one of my points. And then, I don't know, what else do we wanna use? What's another really nice, accurate one? I kinda like this one. Actually, that one's not bad either. Let's go with this one. So on my data plot, that was 329 and 4 something. 5 something. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so those are the two I'm gonna use. So I wanna count how far up we'd have to go to get from one point to the next. So this is going from 29 to 41. So that means we're increasing by 12 units. In the x direction, we're going from 3 to 5. So we're going over 2 units. That makes my slope 12 over 2, or 6. Okay, so my slope is 6. Let's find my y-intercept. Y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. Remember, up and down, that's my y. So right here is where it's crossing. I would say it's just below halfway between these two. So halfway would be like 12 and a half. I'm gonna say it's about 12. So now I'm ready to write my equation in slope-intercept form. I know my m and I know my b. So let's say y equals 6x plus 12. Okay, we're closer to catching our criminal. What it says next is that we need to determine the approximate height of the suspect based on their shoe size. So here is that shoe. What we need to do is measure how big that foot is in inches. Let's see what that's gonna mean. Okay, my ruler only goes to 6 inches, so I'm gonna mark it and measure again. It looks like it's almost exactly 6, 7.5. So I have about 7.5 inches. So what that means is back over here, I can estimate what that means for us. I can go about 7.5. I can follow it up, find where it crosses, and I can say, well, it looks like it's about 50, right under 55. So my guess is like 54-ish. Let's see what happens when we do this out algebraically. What I need to do is plug in my foot size, so 7.5. So 6 times 7.5 plus 12. That would be 42 plus 3 is 45 plus 12 equals 57. Doesn't quite line up with my line, right? It's a little under. I'm just gonna check my math real quick. Make sure we got a good estimate because we don't want to put the wrong person in jail. That would be bad. So 6 times 7.5. Oh, Ziva's birthday cake is ready. I think we're good. We added them together right. So we are looking for a suspect. Make sure you're confident in your answer. We're looking for a suspect who is approximately 57 inches tall. Let's look at our suspects. Who would you guys like to put in jail? We've got, remember, we're looking for somebody who's 57 inches. Johnny Jones is 2 inches away from that. Beth Brown is 3 inches away from that. So we're between Johnny Jones and Beth Brown. Which one are you gonna pick? I say it's the kid. Right, Clayton? The kid's always the bad guy. Hey, Clayton, you have birthday cake batter on your nose. Maybe the criminal ate the birthday cake batter. It's Cleto. All right, just kidding. All right, so we are going to put Johnny Jones in jail for this crime because his height of 57 inches is the closest to the estimate of 57 that we got based on this shoe print and our data.
So what did he do?
It didn't say. It said murder mystery, but we can think that he just stole Ziva's birthday cake. All right, Johnny Jones. You're done. All right. Thanks for solving the mystery with me, guys. Clayton, say bye. It's their last video ever.
Bye.
Bye, friends.
If you like my dog, sing happy birthday to her.
Yup, sing happy birthday to baby Zivi today.